are you still holding back? Why are you still forcing them into the country that you don't want them to be part of? Why? And this is the question we're asking every day. Why are you forcing people to remain in a place even though you don't want them? Showeri just said it in black and white. He didn't miss one. He just said it directly.
That very soon this will get out of hand if they don't do something about releasing Nnamdi Kanu. We are not threatening violence. We are just saying that in this country we all deserve a right to be citizens. If you want us to be citizens in this country, if you don't want Nigerians to be citizens in their country, let those people who want to go.
Simple.
You want us to be citizens in this country. If you don't want Nigerians to be citizens in their country, let those people who want to go. You want us to be citizens in this country. If you don't want Nigerians to be citizens in their country, let those people who want to go.
This is the voice of the masses. This is what the Biafran people are saying. This is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said time and time again. Give them several opportunities. But from their own action and what they do, they have shown that they don't want us to be part of their zoological republic. They do not want us to be part of it. They don't want us to be part of it. The only thing you can do is to let us go. Allow us to go. As simple as that. Why is it difficult for these people to obey their own law? Obey their own law. There is no sensible person that will continue to allow Nigeria to exist, because Nigeria is making the citizens now dumb than ever. Nigeria is making the citizens of Nigeria unreasonable. Nigeria is making the indigenous people unreasonable. Today, people cannot think right. People in Nigeria today cannot think. Their mental, their thought has been destroyed completely. You can imagine in this protest, there were some people who are in Abuja, and all they could do is to complain about the protest. Some of them claim they do not know about this protest. A protest that was announced time and time again, over and over again, that gave a space for more than a week. The social media was awash with this protest, but still, there were some people who were claiming that they did not know that a protest was going on. They were only concerned about themselves. People have decided to adapt to a system that enslaved them. Some people have decided to embrace slavery. They don't care. They have embraced this slavery. They have embraced it, and they want to continue to go along with it. They don't care what happens. And when I saw that video, what some people who were interviewed were saying, I felt sad. This is how far Nigeria has destroyed its own citizens. That they don't care about things that matters anymore. They have decided to relegate themselves to slavery, to suffering and smiling. It is so sad. It is so sad. And I want you to listen to this very video. I want you to see it, because when we say some of these things, we bring it out for you to see.
It's very bad, especially with the masses. I've been trekking from Maraba Junction, look at me, to Kugo. I'm here, and this, look at how I'm sweating.
You see how this woman started? That the protest is so terrible that he has been sweating profusely, that he doesn't even know why the protest was held. This is an ordinary person who is suffering and smiling. All she can complain about is the sun. She doesn't care what the protest is all about. A protest that was meant to give you your right as a human being. But eventually, Nigeria has given some people some mentality that they are now thinking that suffering is normal. When you talk about issues in Nigeria, they'll tell you, are you the only one suffering? They will ask you, are you the only one? They prefer to be managing in that suffering. They will prefer to be going into that suffering. They don't care. I want you to pay attention and listen. What ordinary people, some idiots, empty brain, what Nigeria has made, the kind of mindset Nigeria have put in some people. Just listen.
This protest is very bad, especially with
that the protest is very bad. You can imagine a lady saying that the protest is very bad. And I want you to listen and hear why the protest is bad for her.
Masses. I've been trekking from Maraba Junction, look at me, to Kugo. I'm here, And this look at how I'm sweating. We the masses, you are the one facing it. Please, the government should at least consider us before giving some certain kind of decision. Please.
She is complaining that they are the masses. This is a protest that was held by the masses. A protest that was held by the masses. And this lady is saying that the protest is not good, that she is suffering. She is sweating. And the masses are the ones suffering. The real masses that are intelligent, that have the brain, that knows what freedom is, are on the street. The masses are on the street protesting. This protest was not conducted by any group, not by any tribe, not by any politician. It is for humanity. Individuals came to begin to demand for rights of every citizen. And look at somebody claiming she's an ordinary person, that the masses are the ones suffering. And the next suffering of the masses, ask her, what is she doing? What is her own contribution? This is an opportunity for her to make her own contribution and join the protest. Instead of that, look at what she's saying, telling us how she trekked. This kind of a person will still see a video. She will see a video of protest in Nepal and she will upload it and she will share it. She will see a video of protest in Madagascar. She will upload it and share it. She will see this of Cameroon. She will upload it. But when it comes to her own, she remembers that she is sweating. She has to trek a long distance and she will never be part of it. This is how Nigeria has damaged some brains that they don't know. They no longer think normal. They have taken abnormality to become normal. Some of Nigerians have accepted abnormality as normal. And even when you try to save them, you become their enemy. Showere is putting his life on the line to save this kind of individuals. But all she could do is to come and complain. Showere has a very good life. He can live in any part of the world comfortably. He's even has been a presidential aspirant twice. He's connected. There is no connection that he needs, he cannot get. But yet, he pushed those things aside and he came out to fight for this woman, this lady, and look at what she's saying. I don't blame her. This is what Nigeria has reduced its citizen to.
We are begging. Seriously, I suffered this morning and I don't know that the protest is going on. For me,
this one is saying that she suffered and that she doesn't know that a protest is going on. You are in Abuja. Protests have been announced for more than a week. There is nobody on this planet Earth today, more especially in Abuja, that doesn't have a social media network. The awareness was not done only on social media, it was done on the ground. But this one, a person living in Abuja, is still claiming that she was not even aware of the protest. All thanks to Nigeria and the mentality it has given its people.
We suffered the trek from Nyanya Park down to this Kubo. In fact, people are still lying down there in the car to enter. Seriously, we are suffering. And we are suffering for something that we don't know. I don't even know what the problem.
You see? She says she is suffering because of something that she doesn't know. Humanity, for ordinary people to be safe, to have justice. All some of them can do is complain and complain. You can imagine how Nigeria have reduced its citizen. A country that is suffering worse than Nepal, suffering worse than what's happening in Madagascar, suffering worse than is happening in all the Middle Eastern states. But yet, when you make a move to save the citizens, they will not come out. They will not come out. They have decided to relegate themselves to that suffering and smiling. They are just okay with that suffering. Every day you keep on suffering. You keep on struggling all the days of your life. From the day you are born until you die. They have accepted it as normal. They accept it as normal. And when you make a move to save them, you become their enemy. You can imagine.
This is about. But seriously, we have suffered. Look at how people are lying down. No car. We are just braking. We don't even know where to enter the car. Car, we are not stopping. People are suffering here and there. In fact, We woke up early, but still yet we couldn't make it up. I'm pleading with the government, please, they should do something about it.
Actually, this is a very terrible experience, to be honest, because there was no notice actually to notify the masses of the current because or if there's going to be any blood, that's on the road actually. But this very current experience is actually terrible because deep down right now, I'm not finding it easy. Imagine somebody trekking all the way from Herbert down to the very houses, and there's no any chance of even getting a vehicle. So we have to just keep trekking to maybe, hopefully, barracks before securing it. And it's actually not a very good experience. And to this, nobody is actually supporting this program anymore. So, but we just doing out for our daily normal life.
You can imagine. All they were complaining, they have taken suffering as normal. Look at what that guy said. That they are not concerned, they're just interested in their daily normal activities. They want to go about their daily. Ask me, what is daily normal activities in Nigeria? Ask them, what is daily normal activities in Nigeria? Every one of us know what daily normal activities in Nigeria is. Suffering and smiling, kidnapping, terrorism. That is the daily normal activities in Nigeria. And these people, they don't care. They just want to continue on their daily normal activity. The only thing that is normal activities in Nigeria is constant kidnapping, constant police brutality, constant attack of the terrorists, accidental death, failure, no light, no road. These are daily normal activities. And you see an ordinary person whom Showore stood forward for, who the main citizens, the citizens that are enlightened, they came out to rescue. All they do is complain. Only one day. They could not spare that one day to come and join. Give 10 million man march and let the world know, or let the people see that this is the condition they are facing. They call it normal daily activities. And when you hear them come online, when you hear them come on interview and say, no, you begin to wonder, what is normal daily activities in Nigeria like? That is the question. What is normal daily activities in Nigeria like? Normal daily activities in Nigeria is what? Kidnapping, terrorism, police brutality, accident. That is normal daily activity in Nigeria. Up NEPA, no light. That is normal daily activity in Nigeria. And you see people coming to endorse it and say that you should allow them go about their normal daily activities. And you begin to wonder. When they say it, if you are not a Nigerian or you are not privy to what is happening in that country, you will think there is anything normal. There is nothing normal in Nigeria. Every single thing in Nigeria is abnormal. From the first to the last, from government to the last. There is nothing normal in Nigeria. Nothing. Nothing. But yet, when you come out to rescue this way, the same people you want to rescue, they are the people that are going to come against you. The same people you raise up to rescue will be the people to come against you. It is sad. It is so sad. But no matter what they do, no matter what they say, we must continue to bring these informations before the whole world. That the only remedy to Nigeria is Biafra. Recognize Biafra, allow them to go their separate ways. Allow them to go their separate ways. They talk about normal daily activities. I want to show you one of the normal daily activities. One of our brother reported one of the normal daily activities of Nigeria. And they will not talk about it. This is what they want to continue.
So, on the 17th of October 2025, which is on a Friday, the Nigerian Army convoy of Lieutenant Colonel Aliyu Saidu Paiko was ambushed in Borno State. Look, you see, I've been waiting for the Nigerian Army to report this since that Friday. I've been on their page for them to report this tragedy because it is not just one person that lost his life. We're talking about 9 people here. 9. So I've been there waiting for them to report it. They have not. You see why sometimes if I just come out, if I don't, the people think I joke. I'm not joking when I keep telling you that there is trouble in the land. I know they joke. 9 soldiers, 6 soldiers, sorry, plus 3 CJTF members. I don't need to go tell you to go and check again, because right now Facebook itself don't put fact check on my videos. All my videos, there are fact checks there. That is why you see still them standing. 99% of my video now, I know they come here to come give fake news, and they come here to come tell you fact. If it no happen, I go say it no happen. The one where they even tell me say this one no correct now, because I say the bikes were 500 bike. Facebook tell me say the bike no reach 500. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? They say the bike no reach 500, so they be true. The bike were not up to 500. Can you imagine? But the thing happen. But now the bike no reach 500. You see, say federal government of bandits, they really fight hard to make sure say they know they see my video. They are fighting hard to make sure that they block my video from reaching where it's supposed to be, but it no go work. It no go work. You know what it no go work. So because the bike no reach 500, that's when they say you can imagine them. So this one, when they tell you today, now what happened on Friday? They ambush Nigerian soldiers. They ambush Colonel Aliu Said Paiko for Kauri. I'm going to tell you where this thing happened for Kauri, for Bama in Borno State. Let them come again and say it no happen. Or maybe they say the people will buy no reach 6. 6 Nigerian soldiers were unalive, including the colonel himself. Including the colonel. See the pictures. This is the picture of the colonel. This one, RIP. This one, RIP. This one, RIP. This one, RIP. Plus 3 other CJTF members, making it 9. They lost their life on Friday. May the souls of the departed rest in perfect peace. Nigerians, you know the story. If they hide them, I will bring her out. As they hide them, me, English Alhaji, will bring her out. May they keep fighting me, but me, I will win. Because you know why? God is on my side. And you people come and do for me. Your prayers, God the answer. You know the story. I can't live here without telling the federal government of bandit to forsake full time.
You had it just on Friday, a few days ago. This is the daily life in Nigeria. When you say normal activities in Nigeria, this is normal. This is what they call normal activities in Nigeria that brother is reporting. The same way that brother is complaining of them attacking their platform, that is the way they're attacking us in our platforms. When you bring information, they'll not allow you to go. You can imagine 9 force men were taken out by the terrorists. They didn't report it. Even in their own website, you can see it. Even in the army spokesman will not talk about it. On Friday, 9 people. But meanwhile, they are busy in Abuja yesterday, attacking protesters, shooting at protesters. Yesterday in Abuja, they brought out different kinds of armor tank. People were feed everywhere just to stop people who were demanding for justice. Justice. The protest yesterday was not to break up Nigeria. The protest yesterday was not for Biafra, was not for Dudua people. Neither is it for Marewa. It was a protest by the people demanding justice. You saw the report that brother gave. What happened on Friday? They never talk about it. You will never hear. But if that thing has happened in the Southeast, if that issue has happened in the Southeast, all the media network will carry it. And the next thing they will say is IPOP. That thing that brother reported, if it happened in the Southeast, all the media network will carry it. And it will not leave the media for the next 1 week. That is the normal life in Nigeria. When you see an ordinary person come and tell you, oh, I want them to leave us to live our normal life. We want to go. And that is what they call normal life in Nigeria. Constant terrorism. Taking away innocent lives. You can imagine. 9 force men were taken out by terrorists. The military could not even report it. They couldn't even talk about it. In their website, they don't talk about it. An individual spoke about it. And that is what we do on social media. They bully us. They shadow ban our platforms. They will not allow people to hear what you say. But we will continue. I appreciate my beloved brother Omoyele Showore, a man with a difference. Omoyele Sowore have made a great difference. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think about him. Call him whatever name you like. I don't care. I don't care. What I'm concerned is what I see. What every one of us have seen. What every one of us have seen. That the zoo is not supposed to be one, has never been one, and will never be one. The distorted diversity is disturbing. When we talk about it, even in the problem, yesterday was nationwide protest. Everybody was protesting. But yesterday, do you know that in the north, just as always, the north pretended they don't know what is happening. In the northern part of Nigeria, the same thing is what they did in NSAS. NSAS, why people were protesting across the whole country, they pretend, they say they are okay, they are satisfied. They don't care. How can you continue to be in a place where where the diversity is so destructive, where the value system does not meet? There is no reason. The value system does not meet at all. With all these protests yesterday was a remembrance of NSAS, was demand for free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that was announced more than in the northern part of Nigeria. They were going about their business. They don't, including our people who are there.
I'm clearly surprised. I don't even know there is a protest in Kano. Being that Kano is safe, so I don't know of any protest.
This person is speaking from Kano. He said he doesn't know there is any protest anywhere. He didn't hear. He didn't know anything about. There's nothing like called protest in Kano. They didn't hear about it. Both for that of NSAS and that of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they didn't hear about it. And this has been the case. They will always be in denial, not because they didn't hear it, but because they are pursuing something different. The northern part of Nigeria is a different entire place, a different country. And they are okay with a caliphate. They want to practice the Sharia law. There is nothing wrong in that. I do not find anything wrong in it. But what we are saying, allow them to be as a nation, a country in the north, Arewa country. Let them be there and practice whatever they want. Allow the Oduduwa people practice. Allow the Biafrans be on their own. This will solve this problem automatically. This interest that is creating death, that is breeding terrorism, will die a natural death. If you don't stop it, the terrorism will continue even higher to the level that no human being can stop. I want you to pay attention. In Kano, they say they don't know that there's anything.
I'm clearly surprised. I don't even know there is a protest in Kano. Being that Kano is safe, so I don't know of any protest in Kano. Yes, I'm in my place of work, just stepping out to get a couple things. Yes, the environment is looking safe and calm.
Gaskiya ba a zanga-zanga, cikin lafiya muke zaune, kowa yana harkokinsa yadda ya kamata. Ba mu da zanga-zanga ko kaɗan. Back from the town, the Igbo dominated area, and everybody is doing his business, and everybody is just minding his business.
This morning, I walked around the major places in Kano town and discovered that people were going about their normal businesses and activities. There's no sign of any protest in town. Usually in Kano, if there was to be protest or there are signals of protest, you will see people gathering in strategic locations. And most of these places where they usually gather for protests like this, there is nothing like that going on. The Igbo dominated area in Kano State, talking about Sabongeri and Jaba. As a matter of fact, I'm currently having this video on the Jaba Expressway, where is dominated by non-indigenous and about 80% of the Igbo people. A good number of them are out for their businesses. And the surprising thing is the fact that most of the people I was trying to talk to off camera and even on camera appear to be taking a oath of getting knowledge whether there is any form of protest. Enemona Ocheme, AIT News, Kano.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? that even our own Igbo people in the north, they claim they didn't know that Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu protest was holding. You see why whenever we are doing anything, forget these people that are in the north, forget them. They will never pay attention. These are one of those that are creating a problem. You can imagine that Igbo people in Kanu are claiming that they didn't even hear about the protest. They didn't know. A protest that have been awash everywhere on social media for more than a week now. For more than a week. A protest that have been going everywhere. Everybody have been shouting. Does it mean that in the northern part of Nigeria they don't use social media? Does it mean that in the northern part of Nigeria they don't listen to news? Because even the media network, their news network, all the news network we are talking about this very protest. They were talking about it, but in a place that is mostly Igbos, they did not even make any move. Neither did they pretend they didn't hear it. That is what Nigeria have done. Nigeria has made people to accept abnormality as abnormal. This is what I tell you. That they want to go about their daily tomorrow now, when the terrorists attack them, when they attack them and take them, then they expect us to come and protest and begin to fight for them. Tomorrow, when there is a riot in Kanu, when these terrorists now decide to take them out in Kanu, they will want us to come and apologize. They want us to come and help them and speak to the world. They want us to join them and talk. And that is why things are going the way it's going. Until it affects you, you will never speak. And you forget that injustice against one is injustice against all. You can see Igbo people in Kanu, they claim that there is nothing happening. They didn't hear. They didn't know that protest is happening. No single person came out to even raise a banner. No single person. Even that yesterday was NSAS Remembrance Day. When we are talking about the destructive diversity, you see, the difference in Nigeria is so large and wide that you don't need a microscope to see it. You don't even need me here to explain it to you. All you need to do is follow the activities in Nigeria, you see. When the South is saying a different thing, the North is saying totally different, opposite. The northern part of Nigeria and the southern, they are in absolute opposite. In total opposite. There is no resemblance anywhere. And this is why the only solution and alternative is to end this very contraption. To end it, that is the only solution. Biafra is the only remedy. Once Biafra is recognized and they leave, the Oduduwa people will be on their own. The Arewa will be on their own. The destructive diversity in Nigeria, the more you continue to allow it and support it, you are just building, you're building a time bomb that will explode at any time. A time bomb that will explode at any time. This is a country where a policeman will tell you, because you are an Igbo man, that he will shoot you and nothing will happen. A policeman will tell you that he will do anything to you and nothing will happen. And that is why they attacked Shore. They attacked Shore and nothing happened. That is why they will have boldness to attack Shore, because the cause is pursuing. He mentioned the name of an Igbo person, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when we say it, people think it's made up. I want to play this one for you to hear. Just listen to what this guy is going to confess.
They handcuffed me very tight, and they were making some statements that I heard of. For instance, how could a policeman be telling me, oh, you are even an Igbo man and you are protesting in Lagos? As if they have forgotten when Jonathan was...
Did you hear what happened in Lagos? You heard that guy. A protester was arrested. They put him in handcuffs. And the policeman was telling him, you are an Igbo man and you have the guts to come and protest in Lagos. A policeman. A police officer was telling him, you are an Igbo man and you want to protest in Lagos. This is a uniformed man. And they tell you that they have one Nigeria. If you don't wake up, you will never wake up anymore. When we say these things, this guy is being interviewed in a national TV. Look at him saying in national TV. And the whole world is watching him. In a country that is supposed to be one, they are telling him that you cannot protest as long as you're Igbo man. You can't come to Lagos and protest. And they are challenging him and say, you are an Igbo man, a police. This one is not ordinary people. This one is not like in the street. A policeman in uniform handcuffed him and told him that you are a Igbo man and you have the guts to come and protest in Lagos. Some of you don't know how serious this is. That is what we're bringing. The international community should pay attention. If you are not a Biafran, you will not know what the Biafran people are facing. If you are not a Biafran, you can't tell me you know how we feel. You can never understand how we feel. You never. Except you are a Biafran. Igbo Biafran. If you are an Igbo man, not as well. If you're not an Igbo man, you cannot understand what the Igbo man is facing. You can never, ever understand. It doesn't matter how pity say, oh, you pity us, oh, you appreciate us, oh, you feel our pain. You can never understand our pain. You can never feel our pain, except you are an Igbo man. Only an Igbo man knows what an Igbo man is going through. Only an Igbo man knows what, even when you, no matter how genuine, no matter how quiet and silent you are, arrive in one airport, they will tell you that an Igbo man, you don't belong here. You go to your market, they will tell you you don't belong to Nigeria. Every single thing they do on daily basis, including their policy, shows that you are not part of that country and you will never be. Look at what a policeman in uniform, a serving policeman, told an Igbo man to his face. I want you to listen to this man.
Van, they handcuffed me very tight and they were making some statements that I heard of. For instance, how could a policeman be telling me, oh, you are even an Igbo man and you are protesting in Lagos? As if they have forgotten. When Jonathan was in power, it was in Lagos we staged the protest against him. It was in Lagos we started all the protests that brought in democracy in this country. Why all this coming from police officers? I was even highly disappointed at the commander of Mopo 20, one ACP Idris. When he came with all his men. He said, bring him down, and I was brought down from the van. He said, remove his handcuff, let him start his protest. I'll kill him here right now. He was telling.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what a senior police officer told him to his face? Did you hear what they told this man? Look at him speaking on a national TV. A policeman told him, they say bring him back. Say, okay, protest now. I will shoot you. And you see, when we talk all these things, people think we are making it up. Sometimes when I come here and say these things, or when my brothers and sisters join me here and we talk about it, they will think we're making it up. This man is making this confession on a national TV. A police officer told him, you have no right to protest in Lagos, and went ahead to tell him, remove his handcuff, make any move of protest, that he will take his life. That he will take his life. This is a country they tell you that you are one. This is the people they tell you to be one country. This is where they are forcing us to be. And we say, live and let's live. Allow us to go. I don't know why the world is finding it difficult to understand this. Recognize Biafra. Recognize Biafra to save life. Not only to save the Biafran people's life, to save humanity. To save humanity. Recognize Biafra to save humanity in Nigeria. I don't know. Just imagine. Just imagine. Listen to him.
Van, he said, remove his handcuff. Let him start his protest. I'll kill him here right now. He was telling me.
They told you to your face.
He told me. The ACP told me. He said, I'll kill him right now. Remove his handcuff. It took the intervention of the area commander of Iriaji, who happens to also be an assistant commissioner, to have said, please let it be. And I want to give kudos to the CP, who made a call to the area commander, and the phone was handed over to me. And he asked me what was the situation. And I told him, I spoke with the CP, and the CP immediately ordered that the handcuff should be removed and I should be treated in a VIP way. And I was taken in the area commander's personal vehicle down to my place. But I want to tell you that, if we must get it right in this country, we must begin to remove ethnicity from everything we do. I saw people reading ethnic meaning to what was happening. As if when Gani Adams was picked in those days, an Igbo man did not protest. As if when Igboho was picked recently, Igbo man did not protest. We must get it right.
All right.
Most especially coming from police officers, I will not take it. Right now, my necklace worth 500,000 has been taken away. I feel pains on my hand.
But your necklace worth 500,000 has still not been returned to you.
No. Even my megaphone, not returned yet.
You can imagine what our brother.
Please handcuff. Let him start his protest.
You can imagine what our brother faced in Lagos because he came to protest for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Look at his shirt there. He wearing free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can imagine what he faced. You can imagine what they did to him. You can imagine. It took an extraordinary person to call and say, let him go. And they took his necklace, worth 500,000. They refused to return it to him up to date. And that one will enter voicemail. They will continue to complain. This is one of their envy. One of the envy they have. When they see our success, it is giving them sleepless nights. They see upon the way they marginalize us, attack us, yet we are successful. They can't understand it. Look at what this brother faced in Lagos. Simply because he came out wearing the shirt of free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is megaphone. You can imagine. You can imagine. They put ethnic coloration in them. They don't hide it. They don't hide it. They don't hide it. They don't hide it. They are not hiding their feelings. Anything. Look at the question this guy was asking them. During the time of Abiola protest, Igbo people were on top of it. They were in the front line. During the Abiola protest, we lost more than any other tribe, including life. During the time of Abiola protest, the Igbos lost more than any other tribe in Nigeria, including life and properties. In every time, we have supported them. Even Obasanjo, we supported Obasanjo during his time. We supported Shagari during his time. Whenever there's a protest, we are always in the front line of the protest. But at the end of the day, when it has to do with us, they will tell you that as an Igbo man, if you dare protest in Lagos, they will take your life. Just imagine what they did to this brother. If they can do that to this brother, what do you think they can do to an ordinary man in the street? An ordinary man who has no camera to cover him. An ordinary man who doesn't have a senior police officer he will call. An ordinary Igbo man that doesn't have a connection whom he will call to free him. Can you imagine what will happen to him? If not that this guy is connected to area command or whatever, and he made that call and they ordered for his release, another thing, it will be a different story. Even because of that necklace that is worth 500,000, they will take his life and make sure nobody comes for that necklace. That necklace is wearing his neck. They will take his life, make sure that necklace, he doesn't get it back. Some of you think it's a joke. Some of you think it's a joke. And the world is silent. There is nothing that will make us remain in the zoo. Nothing. We are not part of them. We will never be part of them. We are not meant to be part of them. Our value system and theirs is not the same and will never, ever, ever be the same. It will never be the same. I don't know why it is taking too long for the world to understand this. Yesterday was another revelation. What crime has this brother committed? Only that he wore the t-shirt of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with his megaphone to demand for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Lagos State. They brutalized him and ordered that he should, if he died, a policeman told him face to face, protest and see, I will blow you off. Threatened to take his life. and you will come and tell me one Nigeria. You will come and tell me, oh, let's make it work. Hey, this country can be good for us. You had Showore when he was speaking. Showore said, if you don't want to respect them, you don't want to allow them, let them go. As simple as that. You don't want us. You cannot say you don't want us and you want our wealth. You can't say you don't want us, you want our tax. You don't want us, you want our resources. Allow us to go. As simple as that. Why is it difficult to understand these things? Why is it hard for these criminals to understand? Which language are we going to use to explain to these morons for them to understand? This is just the beginning of the protest. It is not ending. It is not ended. If you think it has ended, it has not ended. It is continuing until we get out of the zoological republic. There's no other way. There's no other way. You can imagine attacking a presidential candidate, Omoyele Sowore. You can imagine shooting at him directly with tear gas. And I want you to see a brief interview that he granted to a media station yesterday after the attack on him yesterday. I want us to look at this.
Nigerian police, so I haven't done anything else today than just protest, and we also ended up at the FCT command of Nigerian police to get some of the lawyers, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's main lawyer was arrested, and lawyer Jimako, his younger brother was arrested, and 11 others. We went to see them, and they gave us a false hope that they'll be released tonight. But we found out on our way here that they'll be moved to a place they call Abuja, which is one of the reasons why there was NSAS in 2020. It's a major torture chamber of the Nigerian police. So they also tear gassed us right in front of their office this evening.
So more than 7 years in detention, almost a decade in fact, and he's still not been found guilty of any crime. And your contention is that in line with the Nigerian constitution, which says that a man is innocent until proven guilty and which calls for the speedy dispensation of justice, it's time to set this captive free. Is that a fair assessment and the reason you led today's protest?
Yes, it is because also the Court of Appeal in 2022 did take a decision, a decisive decision, that having been extraordinarily renditioned from Kenya, kidnapped is the other word for it, there are no charges that can hold in that court, and he was asked to be released. That judgment ought to have taken effect immediately was given. But the Nigerian government did not honor that judgment. They claimed they were going on appeal. An appeal does not constitute a stay when personal liberty is involved. He's been discharged. There's nothing that could have held him except to get a brand new detention order, which they didn't, because they were not interested in any trial. They were interested in subduing and subjugating Nnamdi Kanu for committing a crime against the real estate called Nigeria, which is to say, look, we may want to think about our own country, considering that this country has no respect for our dignity, our culture, and our safety. So I have laid this out before, and I have also looked at the case notes. I worked with the lawyers. I am in a position to tell you when I see a useless case, because I get charged severally for this kind of frivolous cases. Nnamdi Kanu is not being held for committing terrorism. No, he's being held because he is an Igbo man who wants Nigeria to either allow justice to the Igbo man or let the Igbo man be. That is the crime Nnamdi Kanu committed. It's a crime committed with a microphone, not an AK-47.
Right.
You have had it. You have had what our brother Omoyele showed.
There are no charges that can...
It is very, very clear. They attacked him, and they also attacked the lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, and his brother also arrested. And they claimed they were going to release them when Osoro went for them, only to come back and realize that they have taken them to abattoir where they torture people. My sister Stella Uzoka, thank you so much, Stella. I appreciate you for that super chat. Thank you, my sister Stella. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. So you can imagine when we talk about what we are facing, the lawyer of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his special counsel, Aloy Ejimako, was in that protest. And you heard what Aloy Ejimako said yesterday before that day, that he's going to be there in that protest. And he said that he is coming to that protest as a citizen, not as a lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Aloy Ejimako knew why he made that statement before time. He has a reason for making that statement before time, that he is going to be there in person, not as a lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but as a concerned citizen for justice. And you saw when they came, their focus was to take the lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the younger brother of Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when Shuwore went to the police station to demand for their release, they promised him that they're going to let them go. Only to see the next minute when he's going out, he heard that they have taken them to abattoir. Abattoir is where their torture chamber, where they torture people that they arrested. You can imagine our lawyer, Aloy Ejimako, being tortured. The lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being tortured only for speaking up for justice as a citizen. He is first of all a citizen, then a lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he made it clear that I am coming there as a citizen. I played the video here. I will see if I can be able to find that video and replay it again, where he made the statement that I'm coming as a citizen of the country. I'm coming as a concerned citizen, as a human being, an ordinary human being. I'm not coming as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. Likewise, his brother came as a concerned human being. They came and they took them to abattoir. And you know what will be the next thing that will happen? And in this injustice, you see, people, you don't understand, you don't know what it takes to be an Igbo man. When an Igbo man is crying, you don't know. It doesn't matter how you say, oh, I understand how you feel. You can never understand what the Igbo man is going through, except you're an Igbo person. You will never ever understand what an Igbo man. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter whether you speak Igbo. It doesn't matter whether you live with Igbo people. It doesn't matter whether you like them. The feelings, the real feeling of an Igbo man, you can never understand it except you are an Igbo man. Because an Igbo man begins to experience the attack against his life from birth. From birth, when you are born in Nigeria, when you are born inside that contraption, from your primary days in the school, from primary school, from nursery school, they treat you differently. In primary school, they treat you differently. You will read and read and read. At the end of the day, you will see your classmate that did not attend anything will get admission into a federal university, but you will not be there. So you see first-hand treatment. You will see what you will begin to. Sometimes you come home, you see your children will be asking you, why, daddy, mommy, why is it that my classmate who is not brilliant is in a federal university and I cannot get admission? Why? Why do I have to bribe? Why do I have to do this and do that before I can do it? Why is it that I have to score 300 for me to get? Even when I score that 300, it's not a guarantee. You don't understand what an Igbo man is going through. You see how they treated the lawyer of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Aloy Ejimako, and his brother. You see how they treated them? What crime has Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed? Nothing. He has not committed any crime. They have no case against him. But yet, they continue to push their evil agenda. They continue to maltreat him. Even when the masses, ordinary people, the protest yesterday going on is not by IPOB. It doesn't have any IPOB correction by the people. But yet, you saw how the government came out with all their forces. The same forces that they cannot protect people in the north. The same forces that cannot stop the terrorists. They were bold to come out yesterday to fight against innocent people. Innocent people who were only asking for a freedom. If you don't want the Igbos which we know you don't want them, allow us to go. All we're asking is leave and let's leave. Leave and let's leave. Leave and let's leave. I want us to listen to this very one. Another video that we can get on Wall Street. Let's hear him.
The struggle we have in the streets today is beyond ethnicity, beyond religious beliefs, beyond every form of segregation that has kept us